it to me like.
Hey, hey. All right. What's up? I walked 2 miles today. I'm feeling good. But we need to address this. What's up, Party One? Hey, Sweet Misery. Hey, Sly. Because we need to address it. I wasn't going to, but I guess I have to because I heard people are losing their fucking mind. So whether they watch it live, hey, East Coast, whether they watch it live, I have had a couple of hours to think about things. I have had a couple of hours to decide how to approach this. And the reason why I feel that it's so important for me to approach this correctly is because last time I didn't think about things before I addressed it and it bit me in the ass. So this time I have time to address it. And I have get my thoughts together, make sure that I did it properly because the New Yorker in me likes to fly off the handle and write, post, or go live about things when I'm mad. And I shouldn't do that. So in my old age, I should know, take time, think about what you're going to say before you say it. Okay. So here we go. My post last night was taken just a bit wrong. And there's something that I need to stress before I even get into everything. What is going on is absolutely horrendous for her son. Nobody, and I've been through it, so I know nobody should have to go through chemotherapy. Nobody. I don't care who the fuck you are. Cancer is the worst motherfucking thing anybody can have. Anybody. It doesn't matter who you are, your background, where you come from. And I thought I stressed this last night, but I think it missed a few people. Nobody deserves it. I don't care if you're the worst fucking person in the world. Nobody deserves cancer. Nobody. It just doesn't matter. So at no point and no parent should have to bury a child. No parent should have to uh watch a child die, anything. And no parent should ever have to see that child go suffer. It doesn't matter who it is. As a mom or even as a dad, I don't want to leave the guys out, but even as a dad, as a parent, you absolutely do not ever want to see your child in pain. You don't, you feel helpless. There's nothing you could do to help your child when certain things happen. Like, I know when Phoenix's foot got really fucked up and his whole ankle turned around, like, I wanted so badly to take away his pain and I couldn't. I could not take it away. And there was nothing I could do. So I understand that. Here's the thing though. I am a universal believer in karma. I'm a universal believer in Wiccan. and the ways of the world, the earth of the world, everything happens for a reason. You guys know I don't believe in God. I don't believe in an almighty. I do believe though, and I always have, that everything comes from the earth. And it's basically like Wiccan, but not really, because I'm not casting spells on anybody. But I do believe in us, mind over matter. I do believe in the power of strength. I do believe in higher powers. I do believe in the power of suggestion, and I do believe in karma, and I believe that what you put out is what you get back. And I also believe that when you put out negative, you're going to get back 3 times as bad. Now, I've hurt people in my life, and I've been hurt. There are things that have happened to me in my life that have happened, and some of it I believe because it's things that I've done, and it came back to me, and it hurt me. And because it hurt me, it certain things happened. And I believe that every single thing that I've done in life, good and bad, has come back to me in one way or another. That's what I believe. Just like other people believe in God, some people believe in just a lot of things. Everybody believes in something, and that's what I believe in. Whether other people agree with me or not, that's not up to me. But when I got cancer, it was now, you guys, some of you guys know this already about me, others may not, but I can put on a good front. But there were many fucking nights that I cried myself to sleep. There were I'm gonna cry now. There were many fucking nights that I sat with my kids, not knowing if I was gonna fucking die, not knowing what was gonna happen. Now, I didn't present that on YouTube, but I most certainly fucking felt it. I absolutely most certainly fucking felt it. And I know that a lot of you guys supported me. What I'm about to say is not geared towards my supporters and ones that were with me through that journey. So, for anyone that didn't see the post, you're going to understand all of it in a couple of minutes. But my son had just lost his dad 1 year before I was diagnosed with cancer. At 16 years old, 15, 16 years old, he did not know if he was gonna have a parent by the time he graduated fucking high school, okay? He had no idea. My mom thought I was gonna die before her, which obviously no parent ever wants. So again, I put on a really good front to an outer layer, but the reality is I didn't know what was gonna happen. I had no idea. I didn't know anything about cancer until I got it. Then I found out I had to go through chemo. Then we tried saving chemo. And then, I got sick and I ended up losing my fucking hair anyway. And, you know, there's a whole slew of brain fucks, I guess you can call it, when you go through cancer, no matter what it is, no matter who it is. And lo and behold, I come on to my quote unquote support system, my job, my YouTube, whatever. Mind you, this was all before CPS, before that came out. And I came on to my YouTube family for support, for guidance. Some of you guys had been through it. It took me by surprise. I was fighting with Alicia. Like, it's so many different fucking emotions go through your mind. And stage 1, stage 2, I also had Jonice, and Jonice was dying. And I kept trying to tell myself that my cancer is not as bad and, just all these different fucking emotions that fuck with your head. And what happens? I come on YouTube for, again, my support, my family, my second home, whatever, however way you want to call it. And lo and behold, you have all these fucking pieces of shit from Queen Bee to Tiffany Marie to Wispy to Marissa to all of them. Okay. Sitting here telling me how I lying about cancer, how I never had cancer, how I'm this, how I'm that, how they don't believe it. They want proof during the absolute hardest motherfucking time of my entire goddamn life. One where my children didn't know what to do. My daughter sat there with me hours in fucking chemo, doing my cold capping, gave up her days. Hey, Jenny, gave up her days, everything to help her mom save her hair. In the end, we lost it anyway. However, she still did. My son being hours away in another state for school. And you turn on YouTube and you got this fucking bitch sitting there saying how I'm lying. And she went on to lie about alopecia and all this other bullshit. And she actually got people fucking doubting it. And like I said, you have fat ass Buzzy over there who was doing the exact fucking same thing. This fucking fat ass loser bitch sits Tiffany Marie and Queen Bee and Wispy and a few others who just didn't believe me. Tiffany went live more than once and went on and on about how I was lying and I told her that cold capping was for alopecia and exactly chainsaw. How cold capping was for alopecia and I I'm full of shit and I never went through chemo and I should prove it to her. Fuck you. And this was on YouTube. And there were multiple channels that had titles that went through this. And you have idiots like Wispy and Queen Bee like, well, we don't know if we believe her, blah, blah. Fuck all the way off, you low life piece of fucking shit. It was bad, Amanda. It was really fucking bad. Tiffany Marie also said I was grifting. I didn't have a GoFundMe, that I was grifting and nobody should give me money because I was grifting while I sat there trying to tell my son how I'm not going to fucking die. And that don't worry, Dayton, you're not going to lose both parents. Oh, yeah, she wanted proof. Then she brought up again, and I don't want to get upset, but then she brought up again about my kids and how they have some kind of fucked up relationship. And she just put so much bullshit out there and sat there on the panel with Marissa telling hundreds of people that I'm lying and that I don't have cancer and that I don't have this. And she went from my kids. She put out there how my kids were fucking doing it with each other. She is a sick fuck. Okay. Now let's go back to point one, that I believe what you put out there is going to come back to you threefold. Should I have wrote it in a text? I mean, in a post? Probably not. But I did. And I don't make up the ways of the world. I don't make up the way the universe works. But what she did to go after children, my children, but I know it's me, so who gives a fuck? My kids, everybody fucking talked about. Everybody fucking went after my kids. Everybody fucking, oh, it's only Laura. Who gives a fuck? That's what I've had to deal with. So, Queen Bee, take your fat fucking felon ass and sit the fuck down. But don't sit too fast because you might break the fucking chair. Don't you dare sit there and try to fucking judge me when your hypocritical fucking ass gets all mad that someone got a FOIA on my child. Imagine someone making videos and running around saying your kids are fucking having sex with each other, you sick fuck. Fuck you. Fuck Tiffany. And I don't give a shit. And I'm sorry that that offends anybody. I'm sorry that that fucking hurts anybody. You put shit out there like that, that is going to come back to you fucking tenfold. And it did. That's what the fuck I was talking about. And if people have such a fucking problem with that, I don't give a fuck. Maybe, just maybe, think before you attack someone's children. Think before you go live stating someone doesn't have fucking cancer. Think before you put this shit out in the world. Because once you put it out in the world, you can't take it back. I am not embarrassed about what I said last night. I do not regret what I said last night. And I stand the fuck by it. And if you doubt it, then live my fucking life on this platform. I was shitty to people a couple of years ago, and it came back to me. Fucking CPS calls 5 motherfucking times. 5 motherfucking times. That was my bad. That was me going after people, and it's coming back to me. I shouldn't go after people, and maybe CPS wouldn't have been called, or maybe it would have been. Who knows? But the point is, all this bullshit, you fight with people, and I got it 5 fucking calls. 5. Not 1, not 2, not 3, but 5. More than anyone, I think, except Natasha Cooper. So I put it, what I said on my community post was, I wish her son the best. Nobody should ever have to go through that. He's got a wonderful support system. He's got a wonderful support from his mom, from his family. Like I was nothing but nice. But at the end, I basically said the rule of 3. Tiffany, as for you, karma, bitch. You shouldn't fucking, you want to put shit out there about other people's kids and me and my lives, and it came back to you fucking threefold. That's what I said, and I stand the fuck by it. But as far as her kid goes, totally different story. Completely different story. And again, nobody, I don't care who the fuck you are, nobody should have to go through cancer. It doesn't matter who it is. I deleted the post because I am better than that. That's why. I deleted the post just like I could have gone live and did exactly what she did to me. Like people like, oh, you're such a piece of shit. No, if I was a piece of shit, then I would have done what she did. And that is go through the hardest time in her life, the hardest time in her children's life. And I could have gone live and said, show proof, bitch. You're just a fucking grifter. How dare you have a GoFundMe? Blah, 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 blah. I would never even think to do something like that ever. And I would never stoop that fucking low, ever, to anybody. I don't care who the fuck it is. I would never stoop that low. So when people want to say, oh, I'm such a bad person, no, that would have been a bad person. That would have been a piece of shit. And that's something that I would never do. I don't wish her evil. I don't wish her son. I certainly don't wish her son evil. I wish her son a best outcome possible. I hope that he, and I mean this wholeheartedly, he's an innocent fucking child. He just an innocent child who's never done anything to anybody. So I absolutely have no ill will towards him. For anyone that prays, prayers for him. I truly, truly, truly hope that he beats this and he laughs about it in years to come with his grandchildren. And I mean that wholeheartedly. He's an innocent fucking child. Innocent child. And again, even if it was anybody, nobody deserves to have cancer. Nobody. I don't care who you are. And I and no let me give this an example, okay? If this was MM's child, I would think differently. If this was anybody else's child, I would think differently. But because it's the one person who fucking sat there and told me how I didn't have cancer, who spread rumors that my kids were incestuous, who spread rumors that my cold capping was for alopecia and all this other shit. That's unforgivable. When my son's father just fucking died a year prior. A year prior. And I absolutely think differently about someone who goes after children, someone who has attacked my children, someone who could care less about my children. And let me also state this, and I said this earlier to a couple of people, and I mean this because this is who the fuck I am. Through it all, on Tiffany's GoFundMe that she had, I guess it was just family and friends, but on her GoFundMe, I read the whole thing, and on it, it said that she now understands what it's like to go through cancer. And she never knew the journey, obviously, just like I did when I got it. Nobody did. She never knew the journey. She never knew all the emotions and everything else. And that's in her GoFundMe. And I agree with her 100%. Here's the thing, though. All she had to do at any point was pick up a phone and apologize for accusing me of lying about having fucking cancer. All she had to do, if she was really, truly understands what cancer's like, if she really, truly gave a fuck about the hurt that she has caused to anybody else, I would have been the first one to cry with her. I would have been the first fucking one to be there for her. But no, she just totally fucking didn't care. She just didn't fucking care. She never once thought, and I'm not saying, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying, oh, let me think of Laura while I'm going through, while my son's going through this. I don't mean like that at all. But you would think, like, I know there were times that I thought of Alicia and the things that I said, like about the chemo and stuff, and I had apologized. And obviously I was going through my own journey. I was going through, with Jonice, but I still absolutely thought, man, I shouldn't have said that to Alicia. And I fucking apologized. And I should have never, ever gone as hard at her as I did. Yeah, I'm talking in the beginning. Should have never gone at her as hard as I did because I didn't know. And it was before I was diagnosed and I had no fucking clue. And I was listening to other people. And I did apologize to Alicia more than once for the way I treated her, especially after I then was diagnosed. So the fact that at no point did Tiffany ever think, wow, I accused Laura of lying when she was going through this. She never fucking called. That's why I don't care. That's why, not that I don't care about a son. Her son and her are two totally separate issues, completely separate issues. Almost like when Dayton's dad died, a lot of people didn't give a fuck about me, but certainly cared for my son. And I respected that. And I understood that. totally get that. You don't like me, that's fine, but at least care for my son. And that's what I was trying to convey last night. I absolutely am heartbroken for her son. That's a totally separate issue though. I don't have to like Tiffany or give a fuck about Tiffany to care about her son. The same way people didn't have to give a fuck about me to care about what happens to my kids. Because I can assure you, if something were to happen to one of my kids, many people would feel bad for my kid, but not give two fucks about me. And if they try to deny it, then they need to take a good hard look in a mirror, because they've already proved that's who they are. And they've already proved that kids are different than the adult that parents them. So if anybody tries to say otherwise, there's plenty of proof out there to show that. I agree, Amanda. And so Tiffany trusts fucking Marissa, which is a joke and a half. And what does Marissa do? She fucking blasts it to YouTube, exploits it everywhere. Absolutely fucking disgusting. Disgusting. Totally fucking sick, if you ask my opinion. But neither here nor there. So, I noticed too the people that, oh God, East Coast, it was fucking ridiculous. First, she puts up a post like Tiffany died. She's like, the unthinkable happened. Tiffany Marie, the unthinkable happened. Well, that was for content because obviously she fucking, um, whatchamacallit, she fucking, needed views. But he also, let me finish out what I forgot to finish out before. I don't know why I drink Diet Coke. Now I got like a burp. Um, if Tiffany, because this is me, if Tiffany called me tomorrow and said, I am so sorry for doubting your cancer, I had no idea, I would probably still forgive her in a heartbeat. In a heartbeat, because of what she's going through. But she don't think like that. She'd rather go to fucking Marissa, who exploits the fuck out of her and doesn't give two shits as long as she has fucking content. So good job, Tiff. Good picking. Um, and I don't know who else, was like that. But, me and Tiffany have had our rounds over the years. But what she did this time was the final straw for me. But me being the asshole that I am, if she did call me, I'd forgive her in a fucking heartbeat as long as she apologized, because that's the asshole that I am. And that's the piece of shit that I am. I'd be if she called me tonight, I'd be the first one crying with her later. So, oh yeah, she's been friends with Marissa. But I guess Marissa like just found out, even though it's been going on for a long time. Or for a while. So, but yeah, no, she's been friends with Marissa for a while. But she hasn't been on YouTube. Obviously, we know why, but um no, but I'm just saying, Clementine, that's who I am. And people want to say, "Oh, you're so horrible, blah blah blah." No. Someone's going through something like that. I'm sorry. Certain things you just forgive and forget. But that's me. But that's not most of this fucking community. So when people say what a piece of shit I am, go fuck yourself, because 3/4 of this fucking community would not be as forgiving as I am. What Tiffany did hurt. It stung like a motherfucking wasp nest. You ever get attacked by a wasp nest? That's what it felt like. It was a stab in the back, then the knife was twisted, then it was dragged down my fucking back tenfold, and then it was stabbed again. And then she stabbed each one of my kids. That's what it was like. But me being the fucking asshole that I am would fucking forgive her in a heartbeat if she just realized I am so sorry for what I did. I'd be like, fine. She wouldn't even have to go live. She wouldn't, just give me a call and fucking say it. But she wouldn't do that. So fuck you. And that's it. That's I don't know what else to say on that. But again, the threefold law, I didn't make up. That's not my law. And for anyone that's interested, I pulled it up just so everyone can see that it's not my law. Yeah, she made multiple posts saying, yeah, Queen Bee never said a word about that. That's what I'm saying. That's why I decided to address this once and one time only, Sly, because all these people are running around acting like I am so fucking horrible. And how dare I say that? People should know if they weren't around, especially new people, what the fuck she did to me that made me say that. And I've heard it all this morning, but not one of these people that had something to say fucking supported me. They didn't support me through my well, some did, but they didn't support me through my cancer. They don't support my channel. They're the first one to fucking judge, though. They're the first fucking one to judge. No, when I was good vibes, when I was going through chemo, and I only know this from her GoFundMe page, when I was going through chemo was the first sign that something was wrong with him. But w- yeah, when she was coming at me, I have to go back and look at the dates. But when she was coming at me was around the time that, yeah, her son, I guess, was diagnosed. But they also thought that he had a different type of cancer or lymphoma. And it's funny, good vibes. I didn't realize that until you just said it. I'll have to go back and check the exact dates, but it, I believe so. Or it was right before he got diagnosed. I don't remember exactly when she came after me. Was it last summer? It sounds like she found out the end of 2024. Yeah, I think it was the end of 2024 is when she found out. So it was right after. She left YouTube after she did that to me. But I think that was probably because of her son. And I agree with you, East Coast. I absolutely agree with you. Everyone that prays, please keep her son in your thoughts. And I mean that. That he is totally separate issue than she is. Totally separate. And I'm going to keep saying it. No child, no adult, nobody should ever have cancer, let alone a 20-year-old kid. He is either the same age as the twins or a little older than the twins. I don't remember which one, but you know, knowing that the future of her son is unknown and he's only 20 years old is fucking horrendous. Cancer as a whole is fucking horrible. Nobody should get cancer ever. I no They don't know why it happens. They don't know how it happens. They're no closer now than they were 10 years ago, in my opinion. Even with breast cancer, they don't fucking know what causes it. They don't fucking know. I know you did good vibes. I saw that this morning, but we don't know what causes cancer. They're no better now than they did uh, than they know about cancer fucking 10 years ago. It's horrible. And when you live through it and you go to doctors and the doctors are like, well, we don't know what causes it. What the fuck you don't know? Well, how are you going to get rid of it if you don't know what causes it? You have, and I'm using her as an example because she had like the worst was, oh my God, the fuck? Christine, Miss Christine 5555. Mine and Alicia's cancer. Mine and Alicia's cancer, they knew was hormonal based. With Miss Christine, when you have triple negative, they can't tell you what the fuck it's from. There's no way to give you drugs or anything because you have no fucking idea where it's from. You don't know why you got it. They don't know how to get rid of it. It's like throwing a fucking crapshoot. And I believe that Tiffany's son, from what I read, it's very similar. That here they thought he had one kind. Well, then the chemo didn't work. And it absolutely, now they have to try something else. And now her whole entire course of action is different because they don't know shit. Doctors don't know fucking shit. No, Miss Christine 555 is not okay, unfortunately. um, According to the doctors, she'll most likely won't be here a year from now. If she makes it through Christmas, it'll be a miracle. And when you have triple negative, there's another girl in this community, I'm not gonna out her because it's not my business to out her, who's also stage 4. I don't know what her metrics are, like, I don't know if she's triple negative but she's stage 4, and that's scary as fuck. So, just cancer is so fucked up as a disease because they don't know jack shit. I know she is, Kelly. Because they don't know jack shit. They don't they think they know what cures it, and then this medicine doesn't work, and then that medicine doesn't work, and then this doesn't work, and they're fucking, it's like uh, whatchamacallit, a fucking crapshoot. Nobody knows what the fuck causes it. Molly went live. TM's Facebook was still up with her sharing a GoFundMe. It's gone now. It's sad because all the shares are deleted with it. Well, her donations, no, they don't. The donations are fine. Her GoFundMe is still up. It's on GoFundMe. But that's all her family and friends. That's why I don't know why Molly did that. I mean, it's good. A couple of my people donated. Exactly, Amanda. No cancer is acceptable. No cancer is good. No cancer. Nobody should have it. Nobody. Now, donations aren't gone. They take down the GoFund. No, it's still there. No, donations aren't gone. Donations there. When you do a GoFundMe, donations go to your bank account or whatever bank account you set up. That's where the donations go. Like, the smart thing to do is take donations, transfer that out of GoFundMe, keep them in your bank account or whatever. Like Tiffany said that she's gonna need it for hotels, which I definitely understand. Like, at no point would I ever think she's grifting or anything at all. Like, she's gonna need those because the doctors, the hospitals, they don't care that you have nowhere to stay for a month. They don't give a shit if you gotta travel 2 hours back and forth, how you paying bills. They don't give a shit. Like, Christine's going through this now, even bills, they don't give a fuck. I'm still getting calls from the hospital. I'm like, "Well, wait in line, dude. I don't know what to tell you." Thankfully, the with breast cancer, I don't know about any other cancer because obviously I don't, but with breast cancer, they let you slide. If you can't pay a copay one day, they don't care. If they, you know what I'm saying? Like, they let it slide, but you still get bills all the time. Whatever your insurance company is not paying, you certainly get bills. And I personally, like I said, Tiffany's gonna need that money. She absolutely is gonna need that money. And unless she wants to sit at a hospital every fucking day, and who wants that? Nobody wants to do that for your child. You don't wanna fucking sleep in a hospital, even if that might not even be an option, I don't know. But thankfully, she is near some really great hospitals. It's not like she's in Alaska or somewhere that it doesn't have some really good hospitals. She's near New York City. She's near St. Jude. Like, she's near some really good hospitals. So that's a positive thing. She has her son has great support. Tiffany comes from a great family. She has an excellent support system. Her GoFundMe is all her real life family and friends. I mean, she does. She has a wonderful support, and I wish him the best. That's what I'm saying. She's got Boston. She's got New York City. She's got some amazing hospitals. Whereas if she was in some other places, they may not be so great. So, and she's surrounded by family, friends. And again, I wish him nothing but the best. I really truly hope things go back to the 70-80% of it's 70-80 percentile that he was in originally. That's what I want to see. Because again, no 20-year-old should be worried about the rest of their life ever. You just can't. I agree, Amanda. You can never have enough support, especially in a situation such as this. I agree. And if you read, hey, Rock Jam, if you read the whole GoFundMe, she lays out everything. So you can see where the change happened, where it was originally one way, and then like within the last month, everything changed. It's heartbreaking. It is. I'm not gonna lie, it is. And I truly feel for that kid. Nobody should have to fucking go through cancer, let alone a 20-year-old kid that has his whole life ahead of him. I mean, he was going to college. He was getting ready to move out last time I spoke to her. He was getting ready to move out. He has his whole life ahead of him. And I remember saying that to my kids. Was sitting at my mom's house in Florida. And I remember saying, guys, I know this is hard for you to comprehend, but thankfully it's me and not you guys. Now, as teenagers, they don't understand that because they see, oh my God, mom dies. We got to take on, we got to take care of Dayton, and Dayton's still young and blah, blah, blah. But as a parent, yeah, you want it to be you, not your kids. So I completely feel, and it's her only kid. So I don't want anyone to ever think that I was saying anything against him, against his support system. I even wrote in the email that in my heart of hearts, I believe that he's going to be okay. He has an amazing mother. He has an amazing support system. I wrote all this in this email last night. I wrote all of this in my post. Oh, I'm sorry, sissy. See, that's what I'm saying. Sissy, something like that. I honestly, I could never believe in God if I lost a child that young, because I'd be like, I commend anybody that loses a child young and has faith in God, Jesus, all of it. So I commend you and I respect you for that, because I don't know if I could. I don't believe in it now, and I didn't lose a child, knock on wood. So I really do respect people. Hey, Johnny, I really do respect people that can lose a child and still go on. I guess I don't know the right way to put it. Yeah, Aubrey, exactly. Me and Tiffany talked. Oh my God, our kids are so close in age. And I mean, you have to understand, me and Tiffany were really good friends at one point. At a couple of points, we were really good friends. But what I'm also not going to do, and this makes me so different than so many other people, creators, not subs, is I'm not fake. Everybody wants me to be fake, and everybody wants me to put on this certain front to make certain people happy. No, I say what I mean, and I mean what I say. And if people think I'm a horrible person for it, then you don't know me. Then you don't fucking know me. If you think that that makes me an evil person, then so be it. But at least I'm not a fake fuck like all these other people. At least I'm not going to sit here and run my mouth online and then talk totally different behind the scenes. I will say exactly what I feel. And again, like today, I took some time to think about it. I still ended up getting mad, but I took some time to think about it. I didn't want to come across wrong. I didn't want to, I didn't want to say the wrong things or make it out like, I'm heartless or I'm cold. No, I'm not at all. And again, if I was the heartless piece of shit that people are trying to make me out to be today, then guess what? I would have fought fire with fire. And I would have gone live and said, "Show me the proof." I wouldn't have given two shits. And I would have done exactly what she did to me. But I have way more class than that, which is why I removed the post because it was kind of the way I see it, it was kind of uncalled for because I could have just kept it to myself and, Patreon, the people I speak to. But I acted in a moment and I'm human for that. And I'm not apologizing for that. But sometimes I do act in a moment and I was upset and I was thinking about it, just like I was thinking about it all day today. And I get lost in a moment, but that's part of who I am. That's me. Sometimes it's in my favor and sometimes it's not. As I've always said, love me or hate me, I'm always me. I'm never gonna change like that. And some people I heard, I'm not gonna mention names, but someone said to me today that they were trying to give me a chance, you know, that they know that I have a good heart inside. I do have a good fucking heart. And I'm sorry that it takes you so much to try to see it because again, I'm not a fake ass bitch. I'm not acting one way online and then a completely different way behind the scenes. I am who I am. And again, do I fly off the handle sometimes? Absolutely I do. But I want all of these people to walk a day in my motherfucking shoes. Walk in my shoes. Put up the shit that I have had to put up with during cancer and all these motherfuckers sitting there saying I was lying. Um, being called things that nobody should fucking ever have to call. Hey, whistle down. You're backed up like you got poop. Um, just the horrendous things that I've been called, my kids have been called, the shit my kids have been through on here, just the whole 9 yards. Walk a day in my shoes, and then you have the right to fucking judge me, plain and simple. But until you walk a day in my fucking shoes, don't fucking judge me. And a lot of people on here like to fucking judge. They like to judge without knowing the entire fucking story. No, I haven't read it. No, Mike, that's because 'cause they're all going over to Clue. They're realizing what a fake ass fat bitch felon she is, and they're all going over to Clue. Because 'Cause I've been noticing that. If Clue didn't have those super chats on all the fucking time, she would probably triple QB's numbers. Why? Because Cletus, whether you like him or not, Cletus is so much nicer to listen to than anybody that jumps on QB's panel, especially beat him. And I mean that. And she's attentive, she's always there, she is on camera, just a lot of things that, um just a lot of things that could make her much better. I just wish she would turn off the super chat so much and just did it, like, all at once, so it's not constant interruptions, but I think she could and a lot of people don't like her. I'm just saying she's much better to listen to than fucking beat him. Um How come you can't stand her, man? A lot of people don't like because of racist stuff. But let me tell you, I said this earlier in Patreon. I don't understand. I've never seen so many people in a fucking lawsuit talk about each other so much. Ever. Ever. I have never seen so many people that are in court battles constantly talking about each other. It blows my mind. Never seen anything like it in my entire life. Aubrey, everyone knows I didn't bring it here. But that's the other thing. I'm glad it came up too. Nobody that has an opinion about this said 2 fucking words when Tiffany did what she did to me. Now, again, we're taking out the kids out of this. We're just talking me and her. What she did to me. Not one of these people with an opinion now had a fucking thing to say about it because everybody was scared Tiffany was going to drag them. Everyone was so afraid that Tiffany was going to do to them what she was doing to everyone else. So nobody said a fucking word. So if these people think that I care what their motherfucking opinion is, I don't. I absolutely don't. Because where the fuck were you when she was running her mouth how I'm lying? Where were you sticking up for me, telling her what a piece of shit she was for doing what she did at the worst possible motherfucking time of my life? You didn't say a fucking word. So fuck you, fuck her, and fuck the horse you rode in on. How's that? Yeah, I still don't know why Molly brought it here. Oh, I do. Content. Duh. Silly me. Yeah, when I say actually good vibes, I was gonna write a letter on Patreon today. I was gonna address it, and then I'm like, you know what? Once I heard that Queen Bee went the fuck off on you, blah blah blah. Like I give a fuck. I was like, you know what? Let me just address it as a whole. I know I wish you'd come in Discord. But I was like, let me just address it as a whole so I can cover all supporters at once. I can cover haters at once. I could cover it all at once. I said something, but I'm just a viewer and was blocked for not agreeing with the masses in her chat. Oh, absolutely, Aubrey. That's how it is. And I never planned on continuing this conversation. Like I wasn't even going to talk about it until the shit hit the fan. Then I had to. And that's why I said, you know what? I'm not going to do this on a whim. I'm not going to do this on lighthearted. But for some reason, this community is Laura, Laura, Laura. If it's happening to Laura and her kids, who gives a fuck? But if Laura does something, Laura needs to be the better person. I've been the better person. And, sometimes I haven't, but I've been the better person. And I've been the better person on multiple occasions. So after I can't take anymore and I finally fucking snap, just like with Tiffany when all this went down, I was a better person. I didn't fight with her. Alicia came at me, came at me, came at me. I ignored her. Everyone blamed me for this cancer war. No, I ignored her for a while. That's why she finally gave up. But everyone had it in their head that I was going after her when I didn't say a fucking word. Because why? Because I was the better person. Because I wasn't going to fucking deal with it. Same thing with Tiffany. Same thing with MM. There are so many times that I fucking ignore shit. So when people tell me, like someone said to me this morning, oh, let's just say you're never the better person. Oh, yes, the fuck I am. It, people have no idea how much shit I fucking ignore, how much I look the other way, how much my fucking family has been slammed, how much I've been fucking lied about. If I was like one of these pussy ass bitches that can't handle someone fucking coming at me, I would have been live every fucking 5 minutes. There was somebody or I'd be fucking fighting with MM, or I'd be fighting with this one, or I'd be fighting with that one. I don't do any of that. Nothing. Your phone's getting worse. Make sure you get a new phone because um they just said that prices are going up because of the tariff, like $300 a phone. I just read that yesterday. So, just so you know. But somehow I think it's typed in the wrong chat. But just so you know, Katie, if your phone is getting bad, now's the time to buy it. I think they said May 2nd, the phone prices are going up, like, for a new phone. Chicks are nuts. I agree with you. I don't date either at the moment. But that's what I'm saying. People should walk in my fucking shoes. Because none of these pussy ass bitches would deal with the shit I've dealt with. We see what they're like lawsuit happy if somebody says something bad about them. If somebody says, "Oh, we're gonna FOIA your kids," dude, can you fucking imagine if it was me? I'll say this: when MM started going live about years ago, you never addressed it on here. Nope, never did. I still don't. I still don't address her. Like every once in a while, Johnny, when I just can't fucking take anymore, then I will. But for the most part, I don't fucking talk about her. I don't think about her. I don't talk about her. Like, there is so much shit that I fucking ignore that none of these pussy ass bitches would ever ignore. These people are taking each other to lawsuits because they said so and so fucked your buddy, whatever it was. Dolly fucked Betty. So now Queen Bee's in this fucking multi-year lawsuit. Come on. If I fucking went after somebody the way they came after me, phew. Yeah, QB, that's a good point, JC. QB never said a word when Clue told Marissa the daughter's death was her karma. Queen said nothing when Clue said that on Queen's panel. What a fucking great point. Thank you. Thank you, JC. Oh my God, you're the best. I fucking forgot about that. Where's the outrage for that? Where's the outrage from all the haters that have such a fucking problem, that cannot believe what the fuck I said? JC, you just fucking won yourself comment of the day. Excellent, excellent point. She damn well said that. It was on Granny's panel. Because I remember Granny was like fucking shook. Shook. Oh, I'll check it out, Mike. There's no nudie pics, right? I don't do nudie pics. No, but JC, you're 100% right. Where's the outrage? Where's all the people that are contacting me that have such a problem? You never say a word. Hey, QB, you fucking loser. Why didn't you address that? Tell me the fucking difference. Oh, wait, I know, because it's me. That's why there's no outrage. When it was Clue that did it, it's only me. Fuck you. And that's 100% right. Where's the outrage? You have such a fucking issue, Queen. Sit the fuck down. But again, don't sit too fast. You might break the fucking chair. Yeah, Clue did say it twice. I totally forgot about that. And why did I forget about that? Because nobody makes videos on it. Nobody is talking about it. Nobody says a word about it. Oh, East Coast, you see my cover? But that's not the point. The point is in QB's trash. We all fucking know that. But perfect example, though. Where's the outrage? All the people that have such a problem with me. Crazy. Exactly. Good vibes. It's all who they like. And I said that on Chasing's post. If you want to see the people I went haywire with today, go to Chasing. Chasing made a post yesterday about Marissa. I commented on it. and boom, it sparked rage. So, Lab, how come you're not bitching at QB about it? I'm sorry, about Clue. Sunnyside, you too. Where's the outrage? Show me the outrage. Where's the outrage for it? I don't see you guys posting comments about what Clue said. How come? Why is that? Unfucking believable. Queen says it's okay to tell a mother that a deceased child was a karma, but you can't talk about Tiffany's child who's alive. But I honestly, I didn't even talk about Tiffany's child. I don't want that to get around either. I want nothing but the best for Tiffany's child. I would never, ever wish ill on a child, ever. And that's just horrible. Yeah, some people can't even handle menopause. I agree with that too, East Coast. But that's what I'm saying. I just have no issues about her child. But that's the other thing. You won't see me fucking going live saying people are having sex with each other. No thanks. There are so many things that these motherfuckers do that I would never do. Shit that's even done to me that I would never do. Then you have someone today, Lab says today, stop being so self-righteous. Bitch ain't fucking self-righteous. It's the truth. Whether you like it or not because you like me or not is two totally separate issues. But facts are facts and the truth is the truth, whether you fucking like it or not. And I'm sorry. There comes a point I am allowed to be self-righteous. I am allowed to think about myself and my children. I know that's really fucking hard for this fucking community or for their community, whatever way you want to put it. But yeah, I am entitled, whether you fucking like it or not. Just like when I was going through cancer, I'm allowed to fucking go through it without having assholes like TM, Queen Bee. Oh, we don't know if we believe it. Even though I had a fucking nurse, even though I had fucking paperwork, I'd proof everything, but that didn't matter to them. They just needed someone to fucking hate. Even though I had videos of fucking chemo, let's not forget, Tiffany went through this whole fucking thing, and I would love to know. Here's another thing. I know for a fact that the place she gets chemo, unless he does it at a hospital, because that's different. But if he's going to an oncologist for chemo, I guarantee you they have a microwave and a fridge, just like mine did. You have to. In chemo rooms, you have to, because nurses need to eat, because medicines need to be heated. People are in chemo rooms for hours. So their guest or their ride or whatever may want to eat something and get it heat up. Oh, they all have microwaves. I asked a lot of people. So all the people that sat there are like, what fucking oncologist has a microwave? All of them. I never got apologies from anybody. I think did a whole fucking live on it too. Did I ever get a fucking apology from anybody? I sure as fuck didn't. Did I ever get a fucking I'm sorry that we doubted you? I sure as fuck didn't. Why? Because it's me. Nobody gave a shit. So fuck you if you want me to give a shit, because I don't. And that's what I can't seem to express carefully. I don't know what else to say. Yeah, she said I wasn't getting chemo because there was a microwave in the room. She didn't know. She had no fucking clue. But I asked everyone I know that chemo in every single oncologist office has the exact same fucking shit. Because most people don't go to chemo alone. They bring someone. And chemo is like 4 to 8 hours, depending on your chemo. So people get hungry. They want to eat. They got to heat something up. They keep something cold, whatever. They got to keep medicine cold or vials cold or whatever the fuck it is. So it's just, like I said, did I ever get one fucking apology from these assholes? I sure as fuck didn't. But, oh, Laura, you be the better person. I don't want to be the better person. I said what I fucking said and I meant it. And if you don't like it, then fucking don't like it. I don't know what to tell you. But it didn't come from nowhere. I didn't just say it because I'm an evil fucking bitch. Yeah, I never asked for money. I never had a GoFundMe ever. Never did anything like that. And again, it's not like I'm fucking not hurting. It's not like, it is what it is. There's nothing I could fucking do. Just keep going along, doing my thing. Oh, everyone and their mother, Johnny, about a community post I made last night, which I deleted because I'm better than that. But yeah, JC, thank you so much because now it keeps that keeps like hitting. Um, I keep thinking about that. Why didn't any of these people make a big deal when fucking Clue said it? Because it's Clue. Not one post, not one comment, not nothing. Why is that? Why is that? All these self-righteous fucking people who have such an issue. I bet I see them in Clue's chat. I know some of them I've seen in Clue's chat. Maybe not all of them, but some of them. And that's another thing. I admit I go everywhere. I'll admit if I watch QB. I'll admit if I fucking watch Clue. There's no reason for me not to. But that's why I don't understand why people don't believe when I say I don't watch someone. There are certain people I just don't watch. Like MGL, oh my God, I cannot. You would think that her husband died the way she was fucking hysterical at. It was embarrassing. I lasted literally like 2 minutes. I said, "Oh my God, Molly, just stop. You sound like an asshole." I mean, like she was so over the top hysterical. Now I didn't watch her, so I don't know if there was a tear in her eye or what. But if I was Tiffany, oh my God, I would have fucking been mortified. I'd be like, remind me to lose this fucking chick's phone number. She was psycho, right? And again, I only listened to a couple of seconds of it. But she was just like, like fucking having panic attacks. Like, really? Really? Come on. And that's fake as fuck. And I'll never be that person. They can dig into others' divorce papers, but don't do it to Cletus. When QB goes live, now you see all the subs. Leave a chat when Clue starts up alive. It's like crickets over the bees now. Granny's taking all the lawsuit money and Clue's taking all the subs. You know what the thing is, JC, though? The Granny and Barbecue Lady are going to they're going to have a reversal. They are. They're going to have a fucking reversal. If they don't shut the fuck up, shit's going to backfire. I am sure of it. Like, obviously, the judge can't change her ruling, but they can end up walking out with nothing because they're not victims. They certainly don't act like victims. They keep talking about it. It could totally fucking reverse on them. Judge can say you're not victims. You fight with them just as much as they come after you. It's an even wash. Have a good day. That's going to happen if the other side is smart. If Lesniak had a half a fucking brain, hey, Alyssa, it's been a while. If he had a half a brain, he would be collecting all of the stuff that Granny is saying and all of the stuff that the Barbecue Lady is saying, collecting all that, and he would be fucking golden. Absolutely golden. But they won't do that. I know she's no victim. That's what I'm saying. It's fucking crazy to me. Hey, trolls, do you not realize I can be in mid-sentence and still fucking block you? I don't know why you guys are so dumb. I'm not like these other creators. I see the comment as soon as it hits StreamYards. You're not getting acknowledged. You're just gonna get blocked. Even mid-sentence, I can still block you. Yes, I'm that fucking talented. So you might as well go elsewhere. I hope that's true, good vibes. I truly hope that's true. I do see it all. My mods will tell you I'm way faster than they are. As soon as I see it, boom, gone. That's okay, Rachel. I don't give a fuck. It is talent, I'm telling you. They are just money hungry over barbecue. But you know what I'm saying though? Like, if Lesniak had a half a brain, he could probably get the judge to eliminate charges. Because barbecue lady said, "Oh, we're demanding this, we're demanding that." Their lawyers cannot possibly know how much they're running their fucking mouth on YouTube. And it's cringing. It's like cringeworthy. Like, dude, what are you guys doing? Shut your mouth. Stop dropping money, barbecue. Wait till this is over. Then drop all the fucking money you want. But, you listen to QB and I mean, not that a judge is going to listen, but you look at her chat and you hear like, duh, stop. Oh, BJ definitely got some bad advice. I'm with you there. Yeah, and these people think they're getting houses. You're not getting a fucking house. You're not getting shit. You didn't even it shit drives me nuts. But on the flip side of that, it is possible, and I said this and I'll say it again. It is possible that the judge is gonna look through all of the bullshit and be like, "Wow, these people are fucking dumb," and award them a bunch of money because of it. That's possible, but it could also go the other way. It could also go the way that the judge is gonna see that this is a back and forth thing. There's no victim, there's no perpetrator. They're both equally as bad, and then boom, done. Judge is gonna say, "Sorry, you're not getting anything." None of them have that kind of money. But that's what I'm saying. Nobody's gonna have to sell their house. It's not that kind of lawsuit. Because the one thing that, in my opinion, and again, it's just my opinion. The one thing that, in my opinion, Barbecue Lady um and GW are forgetting is that the other side never asked for money in the first place. I think that makes a huge difference. And again, I don't know that for sure. I don't know Pennsylvania law, just my opinion. But if they were asking for like 100 grand to begin with, and then the judge reversed that, I totally get that. But they weren't asking for money in the first place. So, um, not QB, Granny and Barbecue coming out there with, "Oh, well, we want 50 grand for damages." I think the judge is going to laugh at them because the other side wasn't asking for money. So are you making this about money? Because there are no damages. I mean, text messages can prove that. A victim or damage is if it damages your reputation. I heard that. But here's the thing though. We don't know, and this is why I say this. We don't know if that was related to the lawsuit. The reason I say that, good vibes, does Tony have any family that for some reason, I remember hearing he's got like a mom or something that he takes care of? Like, is there an older person that he takes care of? Mother-in-law, mother, or something? Because that could be the reason he transferred it. Like, I'm not saying it is, but I know that if you were gonna put your mom in a nursing home or you were gonna, get a divorce, or there's a lot of reasons why people do that. So that's why I'm wondering if it's just timing or if it's actually related or it's completely a separate issue. You know what I'm saying? Like, if somebody has to put someone in a nursing home and the house is in their name, so they're not responsible for it, they'll transfer out the house. Like, I know a lot of lawyers tell you to do that if, like, you're married to someone who goes in a nursing home, so this way they can't get you for everything that you own. You see, but why'd he do it the day before the appeal was denied? I don't know, I'm just saying it's possible it's not even related to it and it was just timing, or it could be totally related, I don't know. Oh, they all profited off of this East Coast, I agree. They absolutely did. See, that's what I'm saying. Everyone's automatically assuming, and it very well could be, but everyone's automatically assuming that it has to do with this, and it may not. Because, like I said, if you are going into a nursing home or, your mom's going to a nursing home, you want to make sure that they can't get your assets, especially if you're paying it. So you transfer everything you own out. That's how they teach you in Florida. So I don't know if it's like that everywhere, but I don't even know if he's got a mom or a dad he takes care of. I'm just saying that was my first thought that that's possible. What, Sly? What I do? Bah. Hey, Kerm. Sly, why you saying Laura? What happened? I was like, can you guys not hear me? Misery dropping the membership links. Thank you. I'm not making sense. Yes, I am. If you ever had to put someone in a nursing home, I make perfect sense. Oh, Brittany was absolutely. You don't know that, Sly. You have no idea. Everyone's assuming it did, but it hadn't even been ruled yet. He didn't know he was going to lose. See how mean she is? She's mean to me. But seriously, we don't know. Sweet Misery, if I didn't thank you so much, hon. I don't think I thought I thanked you before because I was in the middle of a rant. No, but I thought maybe his mom was or his dad or something. I don't know. It's just something I thought of. Everybody always thinks, it automatically had to do with this or that. But you never know. Sweet Misery, ask hubby if I get a big diamond just for being cute. We'll take diamonds over memberships. Not like a diamond ring or anything. I'm just saying a diamond. He could be going into a nursing home. You never know. Yeah, Tom, I need a diamond pendant. I lost the one I had. Tell me you could just ship me a raw diamond. I could do the rest. Yeah, no, I don't know much about the whole Tony. I've never watched Tony a day in my life. So I really don't know much about him. I just know that Brittany was misled. And I go back to saying what I said originally. I am convinced that Nick and Betty set all these other people up to take the fall. So it comes off of them. That's what I think. Oh, absolutely they did. The problem when it comes to the law, though, and you guys know this, ignorance isn't a defense. That's the problem. And I also think that Granny talks a big game, but I do not believe that Granny would ever want to take her house, her money. If Brittany had it, that's one thing. But knowing what I know of Granny, Granny wouldn't do that. And maybe I'm giving her too much credit. I haven't spoken to her in a while, but Granny is not going to take food out of her kids' mouths. She's just not. She may talk a good game, but she's not. And again, maybe that's giving Granny too much credit, but I firmly believe that. She'll say it online. She'll talk a big game, but she wouldn't do it. And if she does, I'd be extremely surprised and say, "Wow, she's changed." But I just don't see, and I don't think Brittany would do it to her either. Barbecue Lady, another story, but Barbecue Lady's not beefing with Brittany the way Granny has. But I really don't. If that was me, I'm going after Dog. I'm going after Nick. I'm going after Hong. I'm leaving all the extras out of it. And when I say extras, um, people that really were just signed on, Julie and Brittany. Who else is on it? Who else ran their mouth the most? Betty, Hong, and Nick, right? Hey, Vanessa, those are the 3 that really ran their mouth the most? Especially Hong, but that's who I'd go after. Brittany just got caught up in it. Betty's just an idiot. But Betty has no money. I mean, you can go after Betty from now until the cows come home. You're still not getting anything. Betty is like going after a dad for child support who already owes you $100,000. And now the judge orders them to pay back pay, but he hasn't paid you the 100 grand. So you're never going to see anything above that. That's how Betty is. In my opinion, that's Betty. You're not gonna fucking see anything, so why bother? Go after people like Hong, Nick. I don't even think I'd go after Dog. He never said a fucking word. But Nick, Hong, and Tony. Oh, Seth. Seth is the other one involved. I wouldn't go after Seth either. I think Seth is a victim. I think Brittany's a victim. I think Julie's a victim. And those are the 3 victims. Seth got used in all of this. Seth got used in all of it. Brittany got used in all of it. Julie, I'm not so sure about, but I think she got used in all of it. But I think they used Brittany for numbers because she pulls, or she was pulling over 1,000. Now even at 500, 600, 700, she's like pulling the most numbers after the other side. One that can compete with let's say QB's numbers. So I think that's why she got pulled in. And no offense, but she's not the brightest bulb on the tree. And I think Nick and Betty saw a way to exploit it. And she didn't know any better. If you've never been in civil litigation, you have no idea what it's like. And if you've never really been in the court system at all, you don't know what it's like. I know before my custody fight, I had no idea what court was like. I had no idea what cops were like, what anything. I'm like, oh, cops want to come in your house, open the door. They wouldn't hurt you. They wouldn't do anything to you. Pfft, that's not true. They'll be the first ones to set you up. But before court, just go in there and tell the truth. No, that don't work. So Brittany never got involved. Yeah, I'll jump on this. I'll have QB shut the fuck up. Nick's got clout and I'm hanging out with Dog and, I'm on a thing with Dog. Like, it's so easy. So easy for her to get wrapped up in this. And it's sad. Just a minute, stay out and enjoy. That's because Justin has money. Justin's husband's probably like, don't you dare sign up for anything. But I don't think Justin's really fighting with anyone either, though. Like Nick and I think Betty was behind it, but Nick carefully chose people that were fighting with quote unquote the other side. And I'll go back to saying what I said earlier. They're all fucking exploiters. Every single one of them. They're all equal trash. Period. End of story. They're all grifters. They all make money off of the back of a missing child. It's sick. And they all want to blame each other when they're all just equally as bad. And they don't give a fuck. Like Queen Bee, I think, has played the Justin's video like 3 days in a row already. Hey, Debbie, blame like 3 days in a row already? Why? Why do you keep playing the same fucking clips? I think they're all awful. Like, as of right now, we just do not know. I've heard Betty make some good points. I've heard the other side make some good points. Alyssa, you remember again. Yay. I've heard 42 months. Woo woo. I've heard Betty make some good points. I've heard Clue make some good points. I've heard Brittany make some good points. I've heard Jay make some good points. Like, I've heard them all make good points. And I just don't get why they just don't move on. I don't get it. Alyssa used to be a member and then she disappeared. I think it's the same Alyssa. Unless it's a different Alyssa. Well, it's about time memberships get gifted to people in here. Usually it's like people that aren't even in here. It's fucking crazy. No, it's true. Forgot what I was gonna say. I don't remember. Oh, does anyone know what happened on Karen Reed this morning? I didn't get a chance to watch it. I mean, I watched some of it, but not all of it. I have constant PR for Betty? Really? John, I think you need your fucking head examined because I do not promote Betty at all. At all. And let me say it again. I was the first person to call Betty out in this fucking community before anybody even knew who the fuck she was. So yeah, Scoodles. Gemma Cave is all over the place. It is you, Alyssa, right? That's what I thought. Because not too many people spell Alyssa with Alyssa. Thank you, sweet misery. Not too many people spell like that. I'm like, it's got to be her. Sometimes you're just like, is it her? Is it not her? Who got that one? Hopefully not John. Oh, did she really? Actually, she was in here the last couple of days and she was just interacting. Someone said to me, is she going to come back? I'm like, no. She just doesn't like jonesing. So if I'm talking about jonesing, she's right here. All right. I knew the last thing I wanted to discuss before we move on, and this was the 3 rule. So the threefold significance extends to the ethics of spellcasting itself. It reminds practitioners that crafted spells and intentions will return their effects amplified, promoting crafting that aligns with the Wiccan read and the greater good. This fosters a culture of responsibility regarding one's own magical workings. Beyond the circle, the law guides conduct towards others and the natural world. It instills environmental stewardship and treating all beings with respect, recognizing that actions that disrupt the balance and harmony of nature will return appropriately. Personal virtues like compassion and generosity are cultivated by considering the threefold implications. In daily life, the law encourages conscientious living through practices like reflecting deeply before acting on potential impacts, or fucking making sure that you do not run your mouth before it's too late. Think before you speak. 26 months. Woohoo! The law encourages conscientious living through practices like reflecting deeply before acting on potential impacts, focusing on positive thoughts and uplifting actions, engaging in acts of service that spread kindness. By aligning with the threefolds law, call for responsible and ethical actions, Wiccans can create positive change that benefits themselves, their communities, and the world around them. Now, this is more quote unquote Wiccan than I tend to really believe. However, the threefold rule is what it is. And I do live by that. And I do follow that. Threefold law lies at the heart of Wiccan spirituality for many. However, it's not without its critics and detractors. Threefold's influence. Where is it? All right. Fundamentally, a threefold law reflects a belief in the interconnectedness of all beings in the universe as a mirror, reflecting back one's energies. Hey, look, it has energies the way I spell it. Funny how that works. One's energy is threefold. This perspective encourages balance, compassion, and mindfulness of the impact personal actions have across realms of existence. Within its core premise of cycling energies, the term threefold holds diverse interpretations from a literal tripling to representing the holistic effect across mind, body, and spirit. Such flexibility allows the law to serve as an adaptable ethical framework. So it's really good living, but it's honestly what you give. Be a good person and you will get good things back. Be a piece of shit and you will get that back threefold. So I just want everyone to understand that's what I was talking about. And just like I was talking to one of my supporters today, one of my members, and she had said something about turn the other cheek. I said, "Well, where I was raised, it's eye for an eye." I said, "You go for the throat." I said, "So it's kind of just a matter of what you believe." I said, "Obviously, I don't live like that, but that's how I was raised. Just like Christians are raised, turn the other cheek. I don't believe in turning the other cheek. I believe that push and push and push and push, and I'm going to go for the throat. I'm not saying I'm right, but then I started really getting back into within the last couple of years, um, not Wiccan, but I would say white witchcraft, but I wouldn't even call it witchcraft, just mind, body, and soul. And they say spirit, I say soul, but mind, body, and soul, and just really realizing that I give out the energy that I want to receive. And everything that I put out there is what's going to come back to me. And I've had some fucked up things happen, but overall, if you put out good, you're going to get good back. And that's why I try to be a good person. Do I fail sometimes? Yeah, so does everybody. Do I sometimes say things that I shouldn't say? Yeah, I own it. But overall, in the general consensus of life, I am a good person. At least I try to be. And again, sometimes I'm not, sometimes I fail, but I'm not for everyone. You know, one person's idea of a good person may not be another idea as a good person, but I see the shit that's around here and I see the fakeness and the phoniness and the assholes that are around here. I'm sorry. At least I know that when I look in a mirror every day, I am as real as they can get. And again, perfect, I'm not. Without flaws, absolutely not. But I do the best I can every day. And sometimes I fail and sometimes I don't. But overall, I think I've gotten pretty good karma in my life. And overall, and again, I'm not talking little things, I'm talking overall. I For all the wrong that I've done, I'm doing something right, and I'm proud of that. Whether people wanna acknowledge it or not, I I can't I can't change that. Or if people wanna see me as a piece of shit, I can't change that, but I know I'm not. And again, I'm not without flaws. I I I have failures. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just do. It is what it is. And I understand that, good vibes, and I try to be like that, but I fail sometimes because, multiple reasons. But overall, hey, rapper, but overall, I wanna see the best in people, and I would love to see the best in people, even rapper. I wanna see the best in rapper. But you know what I'm saying? And I'm the first to admit, I I fuck up. But overall, the person that I am, I'm loyal. I'm loyal to a fault. I forgive easily. Um, I do try to see the best in people. I understand that other people have flaws. But you know what I don't do that a lot of people do? And they do it to me especially? I don't have expectations on people. If I'm your friend, then just be honest. Like, if I'm your friend, like, I'm not gonna name her name, but somebody came to me last night. "Hey, Janessa." Somebody came to me last night who was talking to me, asked me to take down the post. We talked for a little while, and I explained my side, she explained her side, and she's like, "I just want you to know, I love you. I completely respect your thoughts. I appreciate you." And then after, like, 5 minutes, I'm like, "Fuck it, I'll remove it. She's right, I'm better than this." And this was, like, 2 o'clock in the morning. But my point being is that she knew that I acted on impulse. She knew it I didn't mean it, the karma part, the way it came out, but she didn't want people to run with it. Most of and I say most because I'm sure there's 1 or 2 that don't, but most of my supporters know I do have a good heart. I am loyal to a fault. Don't put expectations on people. I just want people to be real. My biggest expectation is be real. Even if you're mad at me, you don't like me, just come to me and talk to me. Just say, "Hey, this is fucked up." And I know that I can talk to you about it because you're my friend. There's nobody out there that couldn't do that, because I just don't know why someone couldn't. And all my supporters know this. All my supporters know they could talk to me. My friends, my supporters, Patreon, I all encompassed in one. And exactly, good vibes. You can only do better every day. But again, I'm not going to be fake. I'm not going to be phony. I'm going to be me. And there are going to be people that are going to like it, and there's going to be people that aren't going to like it. I'm not here to impress those that don't like it. You can always move on. And if, like I said earlier, if people think I'm such a horrible person, then so be it. Then think I'm a horrible person, but you can think it to yourself. Yeah, QB's over there. I didn't see it, but I heard QB's over there. Everyone should sub from her. Blah, blah, blah. Bitch, it wasn't even that bad. Stop. You fucking hypocritical bitch. Stop. Only the last paragraph was bad. And again, it really even wasn't that bad. I was telling Tiffany how I felt. But as JC said, I didn't hear that same energy towards Clue. And Melissa did nothing to Clue for her to say that. So there's that. But again, nobody wants to talk about what caused me to have these emotions towards Tiffany. No, that that gets ignored, just like everything else that's been done to me. The only thing people talk about is my reaction. They don't show what caused that in the first place. And to be honest, I spent so much time, so many years proving that. Oh yeah, that's what I heard. I didn't see it, good vibes. I heard that from someone else. Someone else was like, she went the fuck off. Yeah. Go off on Clue and then come talk to me because she said the same thing. So buckle down, bitch. So I'm glad JC reminded me of that. And again, all these people said nothing. Now, there are a couple of people that said something to me today that they don't support me anyway. They may like me as a person, but they don't support me. I know. Can you imagine? Yeah, she said to unsubscribe and stop supporting Laura. Funny, she didn't say that. That moderator, I don't disagree with that. But every single person but that's an excellent point. I was gonna delete it until I read it. And you're right. Reaction is a choice. How people treat you is a reflection of them, and how you react is a reflection of you. But everybody's human. Everybody reacts. I don't care who you are. There are so many things that I don't react to, but there are certain things that I'm going to react to because it affects my mental health. It not that I have mental health issues, but you know what I'm saying. It's just human nature, especially when you're on a platform and you're getting it from many different angles. Yeah, hurt people hurt people. But the and moderator, you were one of the people that sat up there saying I was lying about having cancer. So you don't really have one to talk. But again, just because I didn't sit up here crying every day about cancer, cancer, cancer doesn't mean that I wasn't fucking freaked out. And yeah, I mean, I handled it well, online and off, but they didn't see me crying with my mom, crying with the kids, putting together a living will. Having my you know what I'm saying? Like, I have not young kids like babies, but young kids that are first coming into the world, and to hear their mom has cancer, they that's fucked up. I mean, but nobody online thought of that. Nobody online who's made all these fucking videos think of my kids. I don't sit here making videos about people where you fucking turn online and your first thing you see is a bash channel of me. I don't do that to these people. I don't do that to anybody. Internet is forever. I don't even give out my fucking channel because when you put in my name, you get this fucking bullshit channel that one of my ex mods started. My kids see that. And I don't do that to anyone. I would never do that to somebody because that's not fair. It's not fair to anybody to do that. But it's done to me and nobody cares. Nobody gives a fuck. People tag me, put my name in the title. Why do you have to hashtag me so everybody fucking sees shit? Like, you wanna have a beef with me? Have a beef with me, but there's no reason why I can't give my channel name out because a bunch of fucking immature assholes online that think it's so funny or think it's great to stop fucking hashtagging me. I had somebody say to me this morning, "Oh, well, you got what you wanted. You wanted people to talk about you." No, I want people to talk about me in a positive way, and I'm not fucking Marissa. I don't want people talking about me in a negative way. And I certainly I don't want to be embarrassed to give my fucking channel name out because there's so many fucking videos attached to my name. It's bullshit. It's absolute fucking bullshit. I don't do that to people, but everyone seems to think it's okay to do to me. And it's always been that way. Oh, I know it. They have, Angel. Believe me, I know they have. But that particular comment by them, he's right. And that is true. Reaction is my choice. But again, it's human nature to just react. And when other people react, there doesn't seem to be a problem with it. When QB says some of the most vile shit, I don't see videos being made. I don't see people talking about it. When Clue says vile shit, I don't see people making videos about it. Those people think it's perfectly okay. Exactly. Everybody else gets a pass. That's my point. And I said that on Chasing's post today. I said, Chasing, it's because it's me. Everybody else is okay, but because it's me, it's Laura this, Laura that, you're this, you're that. And then for some reason, people couldn't understand that it had nothing to do with her son at all. I said nothing but positive things about him. And I mean that. That's from the heart. And especially because he has to go through cancer twice. I would never. I couldn't imagine going through chemo and then it not working and then having to go through it again. I could not fucking imagine. But you don't see me sitting up here saying, "Prove it, Tiffany, prove it." No, I would never. I agree, East Coast. Facts are facts. Facts don't change. And people say, "Oh, you never take accountability." I take full accountability for the things I've said and done. Full accountability. Some of it, I may take accountability a little late, but I take full accountability for the shit I've done. And I mean it. I am far from perfect. And I also don't wanna sound like, "Well, they've done this," or I don't wanna sound like that either. Even though it's true, but I don't wanna sound like that. But in my opinion, and you guys correct me if I'm wrong, I've taken more accountability than most of the creators in this community. They just sit there and lie. Even when they're caught, they just sit there and lie, and I won't do that. If I kept something silent and then I get busted, okay, I admit it. So, but yeah, none of these people have a right to say anything until I see all the posts about what Clue said. Then they have a right to say something. Until then, no. Kiss my butt. Thank you. GW, fake cancer, QB is the biggest tragedy. Pimp aren't here. I'm done with people. I totally agree. 100% agree. But it's QB, so nobody says anything. And it's funny too, because that's the other reason that, people can say, "Oh, I'm so horrible. I'm so this. I'm so that." Do you know why people pick on me? And I pick on me is the right way to put it because I don't go low like they do. I'm not going to sit there and dox their family. I'm not going to sit there and put their family on my fucking community page. I don't go low like that. I don't deal with shit like that. That's child's play. That's fucking immature bullshit. We did that shit in 2019. Never made it public, but we looked up people's Facebooks in 2019 and the community had a fucking heart attack over it. They could not fucking get over it. They still talk about it, but it's okay for other people. It's okay for QB to do. It's okay for this one to do. It's okay for a troll to do on Twitter. Like there's no issues with it. But they still talk about if I do it. And like someone said to me, it's because they know they can say this shit to you and you're not going to dox their family. You're not going to be looking them up. And they're right. I'm not. I don't give a fuck. I couldn't tell you one of MM's family members. Not one. I couldn't tell you their name. I couldn't tell you what they look like. I've never looked ever. Same thing with Tiffany. Same thing with anybody that I've had a fight with. I don't care. Even in 2019, I didn't look these people up. Other people did. And then I've seen it. But they just haven't. Like I said a long time ago, Not only do I not care enough, I can't be bothered. I don't give a fuck what someone's house looks like. I did back then, but I'm not wasting my time fucking looking up someone on Facebook. No thanks. Oh, absolutely, Rock Jim. Abso-fucking-lutely. 'Cause again, fat ass B was the first one to sit up there. "I don't know if I believe Laura has cancer, blah, blah, blah." Really? Are you fucking kidding me? Lacey, I've been there. So I agree with you. Britney should be thankful it's only like 3 channels, 3 or 4 channels, but trust me, I get it. Behind the scenes and you got blamed exactly. I still get blamed for it. Same people that made videos about me are QB's ass kissers when QB does 10 times worse. So when it's QB, they don't care. Hartley comes to mind. I bet Jules and other people will make a video about what I said last night, not thinking about Tiffany at all because they don't give a fuck. It's all for content. But, and I said that too. If QB cared at all about Tiffany, why are you reading it out loud? Why would you wanna hurt her to 1,000 people? You don't give a fuck about Tiffany. You just wanted fucking content, fat ass. That's all you wanted. And Tiffany, I hope you fucking see that. I took it down because 'cause I'm better than that, but these people don't give a fuck about you, Tiffany, or they wouldn't have fucking read it. You don't purposely try to hurt someone because you need content, and that's all Fat B did, and it's disgusting. So I don't wanna hear, "Oh, well, yeah, I was sticking up for" no, you weren't, bitch. You were fucking trying to get content. So just stop. But Hartley, Sapphire, they didn't make videos of what Clue said. I couldn't find one video of what Clue said except my own. But I guarantee these losers will make videos about me because that's who they are. But they got to kiss the bee's ass. Yeah, Lacey, I said before, not only is she not getting Britney's house, I really, and I could be wrong, but I truly think, truly in my heart of hearts think Granny would never do that to Britney. Yeah, but good vibes, that's because she's so far up fucking what's her name's ass. She's so far up QB's ass that she just loves a shout out from QB. Is really what it comes down to. Yep. 100% East Coast. You know what, Miss America? Again, I go back to my original point. Did you have the same energy when I went through cancer and Tiffany didn't give a fuck? Did you go over to her and say the same things? No, you didn't. So you can take your opinions and go back to Queen Bee. Lacey, you know my old rule of thumb. You can only call someone fat if you're on camera and you're fat too. Someone that hides behind a camera cannot call somebody else fat when they're on camera. That's why I never understood why people called out Betty's looks. If you don't show your face and you're not on camera, you don't have a fucking right to call anybody. But I do kind of think Clue has the right to say it. Brittany has the right to say it to Clue because they're both on camera and they're both fat. I didn't say East Coast. I meant Miss America. I'm sorry, East Coast. I meant Miss America. Did I say East Coast? No, I meant Miss America. I'm so sorry. But Miss America is one of the people I'm talking about. She wants to have something to say to me, but if surely did not say anything to Tiffany when I was going through cancer. Then it was okay. Fuck off. Didn't once think about my children, my kids, my cancer, my chemo, me losing my hair, anything associated with cancer. She didn't give two motherfucking shits about it. So people expect me to be the better one. Why? So, let me tell you something. Somebody told me that Kim Wachowski came in last night and said Fod made a video. I said, where? I don't see it anywhere. Had Stephanie Cosmos a jury? Is it new? Or is it? I don't even think Steph's around anymore. No, it's not that she's being rude, East Coast. The point is, did they have that same energy when it went to Tiffany when I was going through cancer? Nope, they didn't. And that's the general consensus of today of the shit I'm hearing. So it's okay for one, but it's not okay for the other. It's okay for her to do it to me, but I can't do it to her. Well, sorry, I don't roll like that. And I didn't do half the shit that she did. Like, that's what I was saying too, that if I really wanted to be a cunt, I would just match energy and do what she did to me. I wouldn't even think of doing something like that. But that's because I don't think like that. So if everyone's like, "Oh, you're so horrible." No, I could be, but I'm not. Yeah, because everyone was, like, afraid of Tiffany. Yeah, I don't know why she would post a video. But Wachowski came in, Discord, and she was like, "I can't believe that Fod just dropped a video," but I'm like, "Where? I don't see it." I don't know, to me, they all talk about the same shit, but I do find it funny, though, that Clue is now going up against QB. QB went up against Granny, Jay and Granny. I just think it's funny. But, I mean, QB is live, like, 13 fucking hours a day, literally. It's sick. I couldn't even imagine going that long. That's just crazy. Yeah, I don't know why they would have posted a video. That's strange. I don't know, maybe Fod's making a comeback. But then again, um they're showing Steph in German. I don't even if German lady even still around? Maybe she's trying to bring back the drama community. I don't know. That's true. You could if you weren't on panel for most of it. Good point. Or if I wasn't paying attention. But I'm here for that fallout because you know it's gonna come. It's definitely gonna come and it's gonna be funny as fuck. Because just like Marissa came over and then QB took over Marissa's spot, Clue's gonna take over that spot. But once Sebastian Rogers' case is done, they're all done. And they all think all these people are gonna stay. They're not. We've all seen it happen more than once. We've seen it happen multiple times. Once a case is over, it's over. And people leave. They go back to Facebook, they get interested in another case. You know what pissed me off today? And then we're gonna get off. Vinny Politano pissed me the fuck off today. He has this title and about breaking news in Idaho 4. This is so big. This is huge. I really thought there was something I missed. So what was the big breaking news? That Xana and Ethan were gonna go get food and decided not to. Are you fucking kidding me, Vinny? This is your big breaking news? Dude, that's clickbait and it's gross. Be more professional like Court TV. The way you report on Court TV. Don't be sensationalizing fucking bullshit. And he really made it out like it was huge news. Oh my God. It was not huge. So I was very disappointed. Is anyone watching You, the final season? Let me just tell you, if you're not, this is the best season. It's really good. I didn't like last season, but this season I'm on like episode 8. It's really good. I think it's as good as the first season. Oh my God, Lydia, where have you been? When did I unblock you? I haven't seen you in a long ass time. I wish I was a crackhead. I'd be a lot calmer. Do you know I wear these? One of you guys got them for me. Don't hate me. I forgot who. But the necklace with the boxing gloves, I think Debbie got. I don't know. Good vibes. Did you get me this? I don't know. Whoever got me the boxing glove necklace, I have not taken it off since I got it. Like literally, I've never taken it off. I know one of you guys got it for me. It's tangled. I gotta untangle it. But yeah, I've never removed it. I mean, I took it off when I had to for surgery and stuff, but I know I did unblock everyone. Now she's just a troll, but she's not bad. She can be an asshole, but sometimes she's funny. She fights with everyone. Lydia, why did I block you last time? I blocked you somehow. And how does a mother of 3 teenagers, which she says have time stream 17 hours a day and smoke all that weed? Yeah, I don't get that either, but I'm not a pot smoker. But I used to ask Crystal this. I don't understand in states that it is legal, it's like being drunk all the time. I don't see the difference. And how are you raising kids drunk all the time? You can't. So how you raising kids stoned all the time? I don't get it. I truly do not understand that. I don't understand how these people think it's okay to just be stoned all day. I mean, would you think it's okay to be drunk all the time? Because it's really the same thing. No, you shouldn't do it in front of your kids. I agree, Sly. Maybe they smoke too. Who knows? But you know what I'm saying? No, I that's why I don't understand these states that made it legal. Because people are just smoking all the fucking time. That's true. The animals. But they're like, oh, it's legal here. Okay, so you can't go to jail for it. But if you just, you can hear it in a voice when she's always fucking stoned. And I don't think pot should be legal. I really don't. And that's coming from an addict. Beat my kid's ass if they smoke pot on a daily. I mean, Phoenix smokes at school sometimes, but it's college and it's a dry campus, so they can't drink. But I don't know. I don't think it should be legal. I agree. And East Coast, you know me. I've said that for the longest time. The last thing I want to see when I turn on YouTube is a creator that's drunk or stoned. I think it's fucking gross. I don't want to hear you slurring. I don't want to hear you talking slow. Just do your topic, interact with your audience. But when you hear them like, uh, yeah, and I mean, you could just tell they're fucking stoned. How you driving? Because you're stoned. And like I said, you wouldn't want a kid. He has traumatized me. You wouldn't want a kid. I mean, I'm sorry. You wouldn't want to raise your kids drunk all the time. So what's the difference? I agree, good vibes. It is the same as being drunk. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with, hanging out with your friends or getting high, or you want to come home at night and unwind and you take a few hits. I got no problem with that. But you hear these people that are stoned when they go online at 8 o'clock in the fucking morning and they think it's funny, wake and bake. And then you have all these assholes that are perfectly okay with it. I'm sorry, I'm not okay with it. I think it's disgusting. Just like if you're on panel, there's nothing wrong with having an open panel, but at least fucking be on your panel. Exactly. Oh, yeah, you're a wake and baker. I forgot, sweet misery. But you're not stoned like all the time. Does Andy smoke? I could see sweet misery and a man getting high. You'd be like, let's go for lobster. Oh, I don't know, but I do know that he got kicked out of his son's house. His kid kicked him out. He's living on the streets, or he's living in his car. And I think he should hook up with MFW. I think him and MFW would make a perfect couple. You get a DUI for being stoned. They just put up a billboard up where I live in the woods. New York, when I was driving Phoenix to school, they have a billboard that says something about get stoned but don't drive. It's something weird like that, but it's funny as hell. It's on like the big throughway. It's this huge banner. And you should get a DUI for driving. You absolutely should. It's no different than being drunk. It's a mind altering drug. And now there's a whole bunch of stuff they're finding out about pot. Pot causes heart attack. Like they're just now finding out that it's a lot more dangerous than they thought. Hey, Moofies. Crazy. All right, but I've been on over 2 hours. I'm going to get off. I'm not going to talk about this again. I just wanted to get it out there. And give you guys my perspective from my point of view. And there's that. So I have some candles to make. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for understanding. Thank you guys for being there. And that's it. I will see you guys later. Have a wonderful night. I don't think I'll be back on later because I got candles to make. I got a big weekend coming up. Phoenix coming home Saturday. Yay! So don't forget, order your Mother's Day candles. I know it's not on the website, but order your Mother's Day candles. I'm going to put something on the website. I just got a bunch of candles to make for the weekend. I will see you guys later. And for those of you that were kind of iffy or not really understanding, I hope now I was able to express my feelings, how I feel. And I hope I was able to explain it the way I thought about it all day. And I hope it came out right. So with that said, thank you guys very much. I will see you guys tomorrow, possibly tonight, but most likely tomorrow. And I'll see you guys later. Have a wonderful night. Thank you so much, and be good. Be good to each other, and put out in the world what you want to give back. And that's it. Put out positive energy, you'll get positive energy. Put out negative energy, you're going to get negative energy. But on these YouTube streets, just be real. And those that'll like you will like you anyway. And those that don't like you aren't worth your time. And welcome new members. Hey, Kaz. Kaz, you had over 2 hours. And then you pop in as soon as I'm done. So, all right. It was great seeing you guys. It was great talking with you guys. Welcome back. And again, energycandles.com. And I will see you guys later. Have a wonderful night. Peace. And don't forget, we still got $15 candles. So if you needed a Mother's Day candle, all I have to do is change the label. And I can make any label. So with that said, I will see you guys later. Have a wonderful night. Peace.